Greetings, brothers and sisters. My name is Ross Farnaya, and today I'll be talking to you all about attitude can change your altitude. Your attitude can change your altitude. Why is that important? Why we should be having a better attitude with situations, with obstacles in life, and even with ourselves, and how we conduct ourselves with others. And so I'm gonna take it back to how I was starting off when I first was doing videos about the etymology of certain words and the meaning of certain words. And so I have a few notes right now just so that it can be crystal clear as far as the topic at hand. And so attitude is a set way of thinking or feeling about someone or something, typically one that is reflected in a person's behavior. And so when you change your thoughts, when you change your attitude about a certain situation, about a certain person, or place, or whatever, you will realize that number one, it's not as big as we make it seem. Sometimes when we start feeling a way about something, don't like something, we make the issue bigger than what it really is. And so having those type of understandings and overstandings about changing your thoughts, it'll lead to a better result. A bad attitude can be contagious anywhere, but also a good attitude can be contagious as well anywhere. So as long as you set, it always start with you. As long as you set that thought, of, you know what, I'm gonna have a good day today. I'm gonna have a good reaction towards somebody I don't like. I will think better about a certain situation so that I can have a better outcome. I believe that those steps can be very instrumental to your whole life, and you will realize that you would be moving up. You will be going through the altitude of life, and you will be succeeding. As opposed to stuck in a certain way of thinking and set in a certain way of thinking. And so I remember my mom. So my mom is a therapist, and she have groups. And one formula that she used to help her patients would be catch it, check it, change it. Catch that thought that you have about whatever particular, subject it is, or whatever particular topic it is. Catch it, check it, change it. So catch the thought, check the thought, and change the thought. Catch the thought, check the thought, and change the thought. Catch that thought, change your reality about that thought, and then change it. Catch it, check it, change it. It can't be a tongue twister. So I had to say it a few times so that it can lock into you guys and lock into myself on this way of changing your thoughts and changing your reality. And so I don't want us to just, once we change the thought and check the thought and or catch the thought, change the thought, catch the thought, check the thought, and change the thought. Look at me, I'm over here messing up, but you get the point. Check it, change it, catch it, check it, change it. Once we get past that, those triple C's, also the action, right? So it's not just thinking about, all right, I'm gonna have a better attitude towards this person or this particular situation, but also have a good manner by it. If it's somebody that you may not like, or that person may not like you, it's best to catch that thought about that person, check the thought, and try to change it as soon as possible, but also come into them and not just, all right, I'm gonna check my, I'm gonna catch my thought, I'm gonna check my thought and change it, but just be seclusive and I don't feel no way about that person, but I ain't gonna say nothing to that person. Nah, step up out of that boundary and speak to them and try to engage, with them. Not saying to be their best friend or anything like that, but just try to open up that door of opportunity for, positivity to come, because what end up happening is once you start treating them right, it's weird, but most of the times they start treating you right. Once you have a certain outcome or a certain thought about a certain place, once you catch that thought, check it and change it, you will start having a better outcome about going to a certain place, and that place will start in some ways start feeling a lot better because you'll find ways to appreciate that thing or that place or that person. And so it's very important, because an attitude is very contagious, whether it's good or bad. You can step into a room, and I don't know about many of you all, but I'm pretty sure all of us, because, you can feel an attitude, whether it's good or bad. You can step into a room and feel or see somebody having maybe a bad day or a good day, and it can alter your feelings, how you respond to them. Even if you were to call somebody and say, hey man, how you doing? Checking on you. And if they have a bad attitude, sometimes as humans, we gravitate towards their vibration. But if we keep a higher vibration, it'll get them out of that rut, and they'll start, opening up and being more positive, in their reactions and in their responses. And so, like I said, it's definitely important, even with promotions, even with in order to get a promotion, 9 times out of 10, it was due to your attitude and your actions, how you responded in a positive way. People don't just promote people just with a bad attitude but good work ethics. No, you have to represent whatever company. If you're an owner of a company, you have to make sure that you have a good attitude so customers can always come back. When you're a good family member, if you have a good attitude towards them, people will want to be around you, even with friends. If you have a bad attitude, it's not going to be for so long that friend will start drifting away. And so it's important, that we have good attitudes, and even in this month of Ramadan, in this holy month, I know many of us were fasting. A lot of us were fasting, and we can be sensitive with our emotions, and because we're not eating and we're not drinking, and we're not partaking in worldly, activities in some regard. And so it's important that we catch any negative thought as believers, check it as soon as possible and change it just for the sake of Allah, and it was a hadith by Abdullah bin Amir. He said that the best of you are the best. The best of you are the best in attitude, right? So it's even in our faith. It's in our belief to be good to each other, and to have a good attitude. And even with a good attitude, it'll make you have a lighter heart. You'll start actually looking good. You'll start feeling good, when you have a better attitude. Certain things that may have bothered you, certain insecurities that may have bothered you, may not bother you anymore, when you start practicing having a good attitude. And it's kind of, truthfully, it's kind of like an exercise on practicing having a good attitude. It's not like you just wake up and, I just want to hug a tree and I'm just good and I'm loving and bye just for the rest of your life. No, some days you may be in a rut, even the best of us, even the best guru or the best monk or shaman or, whatever, right? We're still human, we still struggle with emotions, but it's best that you continue to practice it so that it can be easier for you to catch it, check it, and change it as quick as possible. That's really the time lap, or that's really the time duration of how quick we can check it, or how quick can we catch it. As long as you catch it quick, you'll be okay. You'll be definitely okay. So I just want to give y'all just a quick reminder, please just try to have a good attitude when you're around people. Try to have a good attitude even when you're not around people, and you will start seeing blessings come your way. You'll start seeing the barakat come your way, and it's important, to have a good attitude, because once you have a good attitude, like I said, it's contagious. So the people around you, your children, your parents, your employees, your coworkers, everyone, everyone will notice it, and then subconsciously they will start treating you different, and you will wonder. You'd be like, dang, man, that person that wasn't speaking to me before, but since I've been speaking to them, consistently, now they're speaking to me all the time. Or now they may not even speak to you, but now they're just treating you with more kindness. So it's important, to catch your attitude, whether it's when you have a bad attitude, check it, as soon as possible, and change it for the better. Peace, y'all.